Let's talk slots. Welcome to the body shop. Sponsored by Avery's, America's #1 alien blood. Slot car oil. I don't have a they say today. So, alright. I got my engine on. Now you may say to yourself, why drill a hole and not just super glue it on top? Well, I could, but I'd have to scratch up the surface up here and stuff and make sure it adheres properly. Plus, there's always the possibility of crashing and it popping off. So, I decided I'd rather just drill a hole because most engines have a protrusion coming out of them, and then super glue it. And I decided I wouldn't heat gun this, so I cut this down some. And I got a piece of plastic here I cut and a circle from the Hot Wheels packages or slot car bubble wraps or whatever. And so we're going to finish it up. I had a few complications, but let's squish some of this super glue out. I need to get a new tube, man. Hope I got enough. Should have enough to do just a little bit. Come on, baby. There we go. Put a big globlet, because I'm going to put my piece of plastic on top of it and squish my plastic down to create a mushroom head. So that's pretty good globlet. So this way, I kind of figure, see, this is kind of, you can see it in the black. It's kind of rounded a little bit. I'm going to put it right on top of that, squish it in there, and that'll be it. I think that's a good procedure. Try to center it. And super glue is kind of liquidy. So just as long as it's all on the edges, it'll stay. I hope. Yeah, my super glue, man, a little liquidy. That kind of sucks. Yeah, that'll do. Hell, I'll leave it. I ain't gonna get all scientific. I just want to do a quick video. So anyway, yeah, I think that kind of sucks, man. It'll do. It's kind of disappointed I didn't get my super glue was too thin. But anyway, that super glue attaching to that engine protrusion and that plastic on top, that should be enough, man. That'd be the equivalent of melting it. So I'm good. But the only complication I had with this, well, you can see I had some super glue bubble out the backside. See the discoloration in the paint? That's super glue fumes. And the problem I have with this is I cut this ridge out on the hood ridge too far this way and a little too far this way. I didn't accommodate for the engine block being in here, whereas the heads are out further. And I cut my hood seam out all the way up to the cowl, whereas I should have went a little less, but it worked out pretty good, you know. We'll let that dry for now. Yeah, in the last video, I did have this rear end in wrong. Plus, it's the reason it's not shimmied, even though this is the performance modified. It's because I took the rear end out. There's their shimmy right there. But I'm not using this rear end. I mean, I like the teeth on it. That's a 23 tooth crown gear, so that's good. And the rims, I'll just put those, I'll just throw this in a box, man, until I get a more performance oriented mine. Right now, I'm just trying to make hot rods. But yeah, I want to put this in there and shimmy it up. So what I want to do is I want to make me a Tyco drift car. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to leave the Del Ring hubs on it to keep that front end low. I'm going to keep everything stock. I'm going to put a long pin in it and better pickup shoes. Springs. I'm going to double pickup springs and a long pin with the Del Ring front end. And I'm going to take out these traction magnets. So let's see if I can do this real quickly. We're going to turn this into a drift car. The front end can stay in, rear end's got to go. Pinion's got to go. Well, no, pinion ain't got to go. All I got to do is pull that box out, man. Change the springs. Drop those magnets out. So that all that stuff can stay. Alright, just take these springs off. I want my little engine clip, man. Where did I put that? Here we go. I like putting this clip on here, man. So these springs can just go in the trash. You could use double pickups. You could use these and put them on each side of your pickup shoe because they got the hookups on both sides on these Tycos. So you could use stock Tycos. Here's the hookups on them right here and here. And you could use stock Tycos, but just double them up per shoe. And it'd be probably the equivalent of that. I'm not sure. But I ain't doing that. I got these. You know, these are cool. The nice thing about these is when you take your car apart, man, the pickup shoes and everything don't go flying. These help keep things in place. So I need to put this on here. And you take these magnets out. And I'm gonna, it's just gonna trash these. This is gonna be a drift car for me to have fun. I'm gonna trash those. I need to put my big pin in. Yeah, I don't need Tyco pins. Trash. I see people trying to sell them on eBay. Just like, why? I put a wizard long pin in all my Tycos, all my cars, man. You know? Well, you want to run with the damn Tyco pin. Alright, so I want to put this back on. so my engine don't come apart. And the way I made my clip is this side here is more straight, and this side here is curved out some. So I hook it, and then this side here is curved out more. I can slide it over. So the straight side I like hooking up by the armature, the commutator. I like hooking it here and then holding the block, the engine block, and pushing it on. Man, I haven't done this in a while. You gotta kind of, once this is hooked, you gotta kind of bend this to get it to clear the engine bulkheads. Let me see if I can get this, man. I haven't done this in a while. I'm kind of out of practice. Come on. There we go. Whew. It's nerve-wracking. Because I don't want to take this car all apart, man. Alright. So we're in. Now I'm putting my double pickup springs on. Yeah. One thing I found out, man, I got a tip from some guy. I was in one of my videos, man. He said it's easier, man, if you put both sides of these arms on this double pickup springs. Hook them on both on this side of the retaining clip. Like there, that thing. Both these arms sticking out, put them on both on side of that, and it helps it, when you go to put it into the chassis, flip the engine block into the chassis. They don't get in the way and get caught, man. It's terrible, man. They do that all the time, man. So, so I recommend, man, doing that with these double pickup springs, without a doubt. Before I learned that trick, I was getting my springs caught in between the block and that frame. You know? Come on, get on there. This one don't want to go. Probably should have bent it some. There we go. And then once you get it in, you can pop it back out, you know? Alright, so let me see if I can flip this in properly. Yeah, it goes in this way. See, now this spring piece, this part would be sticking here, and it would catch on this, man, and be a real pain. So you push it over on the other side, and it stays out of the way. See how it's staying out of the way? Boom. I'm in with no spring. Now you go over here, and you just separate it. Okay? You just put that one back on the other side where it's supposed to be. This one don't want to go so easy. See, they're in there. They're right. There, see? Now you got them both in position. But yeah, you definitely want to do that when you do these double pickup springs, man. Put them both on the one side towards the armature, the engine, and then take them out once you get them in. Cheesecake. So, yeah, well, we're going to set this baby up, man, as a drifter. It's going to be just a fun car to ride, you know. Crash, whatever. Like, see how these double pickup springs, sometimes they go over this. Like, what you really want is you kind of want your spring. Now, you kind of want your spring to go behind this piece, you know. So it's going to take a little effort for you to actually get that right. Like there, it's right. Now, Mr. Terry over at Hardin Creek, he says if you don't want that, see, the reason what he does is he cuts these little tabs off. All right, he cuts these tabs off, and that helps with the spring travel on your shoe. If you leave it like this, you get more tension on your shoe. But the problem with leaving it like this is the shoe is crooked. All right. I don't have, well, here, I got a stock Tyco here. See how this shoe, this is a stock Tyco. Stock springs, everything. Okay. The double pickup spring, if you don't buzz off that tab, like Hardin Creek does, Mr. Terry, then your shoe is crooked. So that's another thing, man. If you cut that tab off, your shoe wouldn't be going sideways. Okay? Now you could try to push this over, but it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? You can go in here and try to pull that spring more this way, but it ain't gonna happen. It's still gonna be pressure. The pressure is still gonna push it to the side. So that's another good thing that he does that I haven't done yet. But I realize why he's doing it. Other than, you know, having more shoe spring travel, because it would slide up here a lot easier. It also keeps your shoe straight, you know. So, but maybe I'll start doing that. I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of, going with the flow on some of the stuff I'm doing. But I do like having them. See how this one's crooked now? You know? See, you're crooked. You know? So maybe I'll get into taking that tab off. The thing I like about this approach, though, is it puts more tension on the shoe. But, you know, that's not always a good thing to lift your car up out the rail. So anyway, why we get no juice? Huh? Oh, my clip's on. Yeah, if you don't take this clip off, oh man, I forgot I wanted to shimmy this motor up. Doggone it. I did want to do that, man. Crap. Man, I'll be darned. Well, yeah, maybe I should pull this off real quick and shimmy it. Then I have to take it fully apart. I take my brushes out. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Man, really put it. I mean, I did want to shimmy the motor, man. I mean, I'm trying to keep it as stock as possible, but shimmying a motor is just practical. You know? Should have took off my pinion first. But yeah, I'm going to keep the stock gearing and stuff, man. But I want to shimmy this motor. I'm going to have to take my brushes. Yeah, I got to shimmy this motor, man. This ain't happening. I can't be running like that, man. That stuff's too loose. Alright, my parts tube. Give me some shimmies. Oh, those are bushings. Shimmies, yeah. I don't know how I shimmy them, man. Crap. I'll throw some out. Why'd I do this, man? I know I'll need a 15. That's a 10. That's a 15. You can tell they're a little thicker. You get used to it once you get some of these. That's a 15. These are both 10s. Oh man, this came out. What is that from? I had this in here? Oh no, this must fell out my parts tube. I didn't have this installed on this. Yeah, this is one of those things out the parts tube. Fell out. Alright, let's shimmy this puppy up, man. I don't know. Let's throw 15 up front. And 15, 20, and a 10 out back. See what that gives us. So that'll give us 15 up front, 20 out back. What do I want to do? Oh, I want to do this. Yeah, I didn't want to do. Yeah, I didn't plan on this. I hope there's springs in there still. Yeah, I didn't plan on this, man. This program. So let me throw this back in here. See what's up. This goes on the top. This goes on the bottom. So let's flip this back in here, see if we got some. This is always kind of sucks without the magnets in it. Am I doing this right? Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is a pain in the butt, man, without the magnets to help. I should do something. What am I doing? Now it's getting caught. It won't come out. I wonder if I could do this. Clip it. I don't think this clip will work, man, without the magnets. Let me see. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work enough to Alright, so this is on the top, that's on the bottom. It flips in this way. Maybe that'll help enough to keep me somewhat in position. Yeah. Take this off before you check your play. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Let's see, try this. Yeah, I gotta take 10 out. Take that 10 out. That should be fine. We'll throw it back together. Clean this mess up. So we're gonna just call that good enough, man, on the shimmy. So we got 15 up front and 10 out back. So the white side goes on the driver's side. Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this darn thing on, man. This makes it so much easier. Damn magnets. And just all that stuff gets whacked out. Pinion on. Yeah. Nice thing about brushes is you tap them because they got a groove in them. I showed you this before. You tap them, and once they stand up, you know the groove's in. Like there's pretty good. It's kind of right there. See how it's standing? It's not touching any sides. Oh, I didn't. Well, this one's got springs in it. Oh, this one does. This one's already got spring in it, so we'll use this one first. Ah, spring coming out. Alright. So this one's need to put the spring back. These are those high temp springs from Wizard. You know, drifters. Oh man, glad I didn't lose that. You know, your drifter cars, man, they really run high temp. High performance drifter car. Alright, so we'll tap it. Kind of get it to bounce around. I don't know if this is all necessary. There, that's it, standing up right there. As long as you get it close enough, man. I don't think you really need to be concerned that much. Alright, so we got that back together. Alright. Double pickup springs. Alright, so we got her shimmied up good enough. Alright, at least you get to see this procedure twice. Put both of these over on the other side. Like that. Alright. Alright. Got a little sidetracked, man. I did want to space up my engine. You know, get that slop out. Alright. Come on, baby. What? This is one of those, oh, come on. Oh, come on. What'd I do? What am I doing? See, this is one of those, and take this off. Separate my springs. This is one of those, reinforced, this is actually not China, but the reinforced ones, man, they're tougher, man. The toughest ones to open up are definitely the China. This one here is from Malaysia. It's reinforced. You can tell, man. Now look for this on your slot cars. Other than this thing here, other than this is kind of the main thing you want. Because I've seen some that have this reinforcement on the front where this piece is thicker, you know, but this piece here is really what you want, so you know it doesn't split from the pin to here. I've had that happen in a crash. So you want to look for this. And a little tip, man, you know, when you see a picture, I'll put them down here in the light. When you see a picture of the bottom, the reinforced one, this part here is thicker from this way to this way than this one. Look. This one's not reinforced. This area in here is thinner from here to here. This chunk. This chunk here is thicker. Okay? This one is reinforced. So when you look at to buy a used chassis, you know, I'm gonna I got plenty of chassis, you know. I'm not some kind of dealer or some crap, you know. But I'm gonna buy some more from this one guy. And then I'm going to give you a heads up, man. If you want to get some Hong Kong chassis and stuff, I'll give you a link. I've already got, you know, I got 10 chassis sitting over there. They're all reinforced ones. See, this shoe is not behind that, but this one did. So you got to get that behind that. So you got to, you know, I guess when you push it on, pull your shoe more this way to make sure that goes under. Doggone it. Alright, let's try this again. This is going to turn out to be a long video. Okay, now it's under or behind. But see how it makes your shoes crooked? You know? I mean, you could try to push that spring over, and I've actually tried to go in here and pull it more this way. It doesn't help, you know? But your shoes wind up crooked when you brace it on that. Alright, so I think we're right. Let's check our play. Yeah, that's good. 15 up front, 10 in the back. Thousandths. That's good enough. Need some oil. So anyway, we're going to put our stock rear end back in. Crown goes on the driver's side. And there we go. I'm going to put this on the track and we'll see what we got next time we do track time. So, stock traction magnets, stock motor magnets, double pickup springs, long pin, and Delrin hub. Delrin. You know, Delrin is the color of the plastic. Not the color, but it comes out black. But Delrin is a harder plastic. So that's where you get Delrin. Delrin. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Nice long pin. This is drying up pretty good. We'll take a look at the Bluesmobile on Auto World. Extraction chassis. There we go. Centered pretty good. It's a big engine, man. That's funny. It's cool. Alright. Build, drive, crash. Hey, before I go, man, pick my numbers on my last video, man, to win this. I'll mail it to you free. I got 2 numbers, but you gotta pick them in the order I have them on paper. So, pick my 2 numbers. Participate. I want to give something away, man. It's minted. It's cool. And it works. Oh, it's not mint now. I crashed. Alright. Build, drive, crash. Slots out.